Now to a bird flu outbreak that has health officials confounded and very concerned. 7 members of an Indonesian family died from the disease, and tonight investigators are trying to answer an urgent question. Did the victims catch the virus from a single source, or did they infect each other? The answer will help determine whether the disease is evolving and may pose a greater risk to humans. ABC's Mark Litke has the story.
By the time medical investigators began reaching the remote Indonesian village, nearly all the victims had been buried, and many of the villagers were too grief-stricken, too frightened to remember the full sequence of events, making the mystery that much more difficult to solve. But this is what the hot zone teams have pieced together so far. On April 29th, several members of one family attended a neighbor's pork barbecue, not knowing that the hostess of the gathering was sick. She coughed throughout the event and through the night, while several visiting family members slept in the same small room of her home. By the first week of May, the hostess was dead, and 5 of the 6 visiting family members would get sick and die 1 week later.
We're worried for 2 reasons. One is that we've never seen a cluster this size before.
There have been a few cases of human-to-human transmission of the virus in Asia, between mother and child, between patient and health worker. But those are clusters of 2. This case involves up to 8 victims. What also troubles the World Health Organization, no one has found the original source of this outbreak.
In the absence of a known animal source, we have to treat this as possibly human-to-human transmission of the virus.
Among the key questions now, did the virus carried by the hostess of the pork barbecue come from some nearby market? It's possible for pigs to carry this virus as well as birds. Did the virus come from infected birds in the area that just aren't showing symptoms yet? And does this largest cluster of human cases indicate a turning point is at hand, a virus mutation about to take place? The answers to these questions may well determine if this outbreak in remote Indonesia is something that the rest of the world should now worry about. Mark Litke, ABC News, Hong Kong.
We turn now to ABC's medical editor, Dr. Tim Johnson. And Tim, the WHO, World Health Organization, says so far the samples of the virus taken from these victims in this family show no mutation of the bird flu. That has to be reassuring at this point.
That fact is so far very reassuring. And the second fact, that it hasn't spread since 2 weeks ago in the village or in the families of the village, is also, I think, very reassuring. If this had mutated into a pandemic virus, it would have spread to hundreds, probably thousands of cases by
in
now.
That time period
in that
alone.
Time period, yes.
Given the fact that this is now a 2-week-old case, 3-week-old case perhaps for infection, can investigators find out what the source of the infection was and determine if it was human to human or some other animal to all 7 members of this family?
The longer they go without answers, the harder it is. But yes, they can find that answer, and that's an important question to answer, and they're on the case.
All right. Tim Johnson, thank you so much.